call all Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rakah Kadash. That is the Apal name of the Heavenly Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, in the ancient Hebrew. We give double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone, who rule well, and shalom and blessings into the hopeful elect Akim. Alright, I wanted to give some precepts for this track that I happened to peep for the first time in passing in our travels out here in Babylon. And it's heavy because certain Jakes, specifically myself, don't even really listen to music like that, okay? But music, as the apostles and elders have gone into for decades, has a lot of spiritual connotation to it, all right? And sometimes even prophecy, because you'll have these artists and these authors of these different lyrics will tell you that oftentimes they were in a spiritual trance, okay? Or that the lyrics were heavily influenced, spiritually influenced, okay? And we know that this is the case on the left and the right side, all right? And it's got heavy symbolism and pretty much breakdowns for life in different aspects in this music, okay? And of course, mostly the music of back in the day, which is the case for this track called "Those Shoes" by the Eagles, okay? Going back to the 70s, and it basically goes into these wicked women in their gadding abroad. All right, let's get that first. It pretty much goes into the wickedness that women commit when they go out, and so-called that term to go out. All right, when you think it's just fucking walk around the park, or to do some exercise or whatever it may be. And listen, we can find wickedness in all that, but we're not going to be too overly righteous with it, all right? But for the most part, when a woman goes out, it's to commit wickedness, all right? As in Sirach 25 and 25, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad, okay? And this has been an age-old thing that you keep your woman in, because the only thing that it would breed would be wickedness, okay, to have them out, all right? Just a fucking an unending clusterfuck of madness when you allow a woman out of the home, out of a place where she's supposed to be kept in straight, all right? Not only because all wickedness is but little to her, but also because she opens her quiver to any arrow. For the most part, if a man spits it or raps to her a certain way, in that specific way, all right, she's going to give up the draws. And that's that adultery rampant society that we're currently in America, but that is spread throughout the entire earth. And it's now become the fucking norm, all right? I brought it out a few times that when a man sees a marriageable woman, and that basically means a woman who's poppable, all right, meaning not your family or a young girl, right? When a man sees a marriageable woman, he sees her, and when they do the brain scans, right? They do the brain scans. It's psychologically parallel, okay, to when a man sees a tool, okay, a hammer, a fucking socket ratchet combo, right? Fucking Allen wrench, whatever it may be, a bandsaw, whatever it may be. When he sees that tool, and when he sees a marriageable woman, it's the same thing, okay? Because he's looking to utilize that, and it just is what it is, right? Just like he's looking to hammer that nail out, or use that Allen wrench to tighten that cap screw, whatever it may be. Fucking it's the same thing for a woman, because the purpose of a woman is to procreate with, all right, primarily, and it's just a physiological nature that was created and ingrained in man. And for the most part, that's why a woman isn't supposed to be even gazed upon. She's not even supposed to be fucking looked at if she's not on the table, so to speak. All right. So nothing but death and destruction is going to be bred from a woman getting a rod. All right. That's what that fucking track goes into. The lyric, basically, about what is a woman doing in these shoes out here, right? Well, what is she getting into while she's out here going out, hitting the fucking bars, hitting the clubs, right? Turning tricks off of the endless fucking clientele base, if you speak, because they're all clients, because everything costs, everything fucking, you have to pay for every fucking thing, whether you understand that or not. All right, literally for the box, or for the foreplay, so to speak, right? So, and that's what it is. That's what this society has created. All right, and just as we mentioned, this place is a fucking disease. Esau Edom, really. His philosophies, him himself, he's a fucking germ, an amoeba. But all of his philosophies and the shit he ascribes to and pushes out as a law, right? That's a law that a woman could fucking go out and just be a complete raging fucking whore, right? And scam and defraud niggas, right? It's like, oh, he just got played, right? He just got played. Different shit like foodie calls and all this other random shit, right? Or you just getting there's one nigga this one fucking Edomite who killed his entire fucking family because he was cashing out this bitch who was webcamming over in another country, man, another Slovakia continent, another hemisphere. She was like in the Eastern Europe, or like potentially even over there in like those ex-Soviet states, you know, one of those stands over there, right? Let me tell you. But he was cashing her out. He cashed out his entire fucking life savings, everything he had to his name, and he had to graduate into theft. So he's stealing shit until he had to kill his whole fucking family so he can liquidate any asset that they had, so he could just continue to pay this bitch, not getting no box, you know, not getting anything else in return for we're talking a potential upward of 7 figures, all right. So that's she didn't get fucking prosecuted by law, all right. But you have that shit that's fucking completely normal, common stance here in America and around the world. All right, look at what this has been. It's like, as mentioned, a disease. All right, that's spread throughout the earth. All right, and this has caused a lot of destruction, just like Eve has. Okay, destroyed kingdoms and societies, right? And that's why her fall is going to be so fucking terrible, all right? Is in Isaiah 3 and 16, moreover, Yahweh Bashem Shai said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Okay? This is going into the number one influence of women going into the black woman, all right? Because this going into the Israelite woman, but the chief tribe of the nation of nation of Israel is Judah. The Judite woman, okay, is the head over the women, the daughters of Israel, the daughters of Zion. All right, and with that, she has influenced the entire womanhood, if you will. All right, and by this way, all right, to be fucking proud, all right, haughty, to be wanton, all right, to be a fucking whore. You see, and that tinkling with the feet, going into what these whores do when they go out and do their dirt. All right, you know, they wear shit that literally they've done fucking studies on this, psychological studies that of different attire and different shoes, right? All these different fucking shoes that these whores wear to what? To entice a man, all right? Because it might show off this certain curve or curvature or cut of the foot, or just of or any part of her body, right? With this attire, okay, it's finitely, intricately designed to entice a man, man. And that's wicked as fucking hell. Scriptures talk about a woman having to be adorned in modest apparel, because as Heifer mentioned, not only is she not supposed to be even gazed upon, she's not, doesn't belong to you, or is not marriageable, right? Meaning not married, or and including is of marriageable age, okay, and of course not your family, okay. But not only do you have that, she's not only supposed to be gazed upon, but if she does, if she is, she's supposed to be fucking covered up, all right, head to toe. See, and that's not oppression, because a real righteous, virtuous woman, which is like a unicorn, which is like fucking Bigfoot, a virtuous woman, right? But a real virtuous woman wouldn't be oppressed by having to cover her assets up, man. Okay? The thing that a man slobbers and fondles on, that's what that is, right? And that's what what you're fucking, the vibe that you give off when you dress like that. All right? But not in this fucking place. It's been like likened into a drug. A woman gets attention, and it is, that endorphins and all that. But they've created a society where they've created fiends. Women are like fiends for that shit, when it should have actually never been introduced into the environment. All right?
And that's where this saying is applied, that you give a bitch an inch, it should take a mile. All right? Give her a little taste of this and she can't get enough. Going into the insatiability of man, but who's got that the worst is a woman. Okay? She's got a more exacerbated condition of man, the human condition, right? Which is, the human condition is being fucking prone to sin. all right? You have a propensity to doing evil, wicked shit. That's the human condition, all right? And who's got that worse than the woman? The scriptures tell us this, that all wickedness is little but to the wickedness of a woman. And that's why this place is so fucking destroyed. You could tell how destroyed a place is by their women, okay? Running around here like fucking banshees, man. All right? Completely unadulterated, loose, and open to doing whatever the fuck she wants to do in wickedness. All right? And therefore has proverbially allowed the water to pass through the city and destroy everything. Like fucking Nolans, right? Katrina, and any other of these examples you want to use when a flood runs through a fucking city. All right? Waters. Like, and then even into that depiction of Evan Almighty. All right? That whole thing when the so called levees or the dams broke, that whole shit was underwater. You think you're going to restore one of those even multi-million-dollar mansions that fucking got uprooted by a flood like that? All right? That comes in and literally takes it off of that shit, that home off of its foundation, and that shit's floating upstream. Okay, that's what you have. Everything is torn down in society because of this shit, and that's why the great humbling of these women is on the plate, man. Is on the menu. It says, going back into having a stretch forward neck. I'm gonna get into it down here. It says it's a connotation of describing haughtiness, and we just read that. It prefaced the stretch force next with being haughty, right? Pride in oneself and scorn towards others, right? So it's not just pride in oneself. You fucking you look down and scorn others. And you could see that it's that flex culture that we have now, where everything is about flashing your shit. Okay, it says and looking about to see if others notice one's beauty. All right, that's the stretch forth next. Checking and clocking to see if niggas are getting thirsty, to make sure that niggas are getting thirsty off of you, and that's what you have here, man. Okay, it's also a picture of having a stretch forth neck is the polar opposite to having your head bowed, which is a form of penitence, right? Of subjugation, which we are to be to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. And really, how we're supposed to maneuver in society, understanding where we're at. We could hold our fucking head high, so to speak, metaphorically and literally in the kingdom, man. All right. Right now, we're supposed to have our fucking nose to the grindstone. See, but the Most High set this up so it can be fucking destroyed in the manner that it's prepared for it. All right. It's going back. It says, and wanton eyes. When you go into wanton in the blue letter, one of the primary terms is to ogle. Okay. Ogle is to stare at in or a lecherous manner. Okay. So these women is telling you that they have wanton eyes. So they're lecherous, man. What do they make the eyes at? Right? They eye up. They they lech after, undress with one's eye, give someone the come on, gawk at, or to perv on. All right, and that's the spirit because these women are fucking deviants. They're perverted. Okay, in their deeds and actions, man. and primarily in the fucking bedroom. Okay, they're into all manner of filth and wickedness. What really goes into that fornication, man. All right, and no other time is that prevalent than in current day. All right, walking and mincing as they go, and making a tinkling with their feet. Okay, what you gonna do in those shoes? All right, nothing but diabolical consequences are gonna come from that, from letting that woman out. All right, it's nothing but chaos is gonna follow. All right, with her going out and performing her wickedness, it's like a chain reaction, an endless clusterfuck of wickedness that is bred from that now, to where it's not even quantifiable. How much destruction that she leaves in her path. All right, let's get into this Proverbs 6 and 18. It says, we'll start at the 16th verse. These 6 things do Yahweh by Shem Yahushai hate. Even 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and the hands that shed innocent blood. Okay, a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, and feet that be swift in running to mischief. Okay, going into the deeds of these fucking wretched hoes out here, man. All right, that's all that they can be labeled. They're far from women. Let's get this word mischief, because what is she gonna do in them fucking shoes? She's gonna run straight to fucking mischief, man, and she's gonna cause that. There's no way to tell. It's really an endless. It doesn't stop because it's a chain reaction to see how much wickedness and iniquity and mischief that she leaves in her wake. All right, you need to understand that one fucking transgression, okay, one wicked thing breeds another, and then that breeds another, and then that breeds 3 other things, and then and it compounds, and that's what you have here. It's a endless clusterfuck of wickedness and transgression and iniquity, man, to where it's hard to even try to keep a tabs on the endless ways to go off in the society. Shit that's invented on a fucking moment to moment basis of things that of defiance of the Heavenly Father, the Creator. All right, evil. It says mischief is bad, evil, disagreeable, malignant, unpleasant, giving pain, unhappiness, and misery, evil, displeasing, because this is all that is the end result of whatever, maybe even temporal pleasure that it might come from whatever these bitches do when they go out. Okay, worse than worst, sad, unhappy, hurtful, unkind, vicious in disposition, bad, evil, wicked, ethically. Okay, so they run to things that are ethically wicked. All right, and then of course, a man, and not the men of Yahweh Shem Shai. We have it under wraps, right? But for the most part, let's just be real. The Most High physiologically wired us to to love and what is love, right? For real though, um, to desire a woman more than anything else. It's just fucking our in our literal makeup, design, and nature, right? But us having a tabs over that. But these men, a layman, is they have that unbridled. Okay, they have that is they're run by that, right? So they're gonna do whatever it takes, and they're gonna do out of pocket, off the wall shit to obtain that woman. All right, and so that's how you're gonna have a society that is gonna continually influence each other by the way of wickedness. All right, to get that bitch, you got to do some wicked ass fucking shit. Okay, injury, misery, calamity, adversity, wrong. Okay, I'm going into the strongest definition: displeasure. All right, grief or grievous. All right, it goes into exceedingly because a fucking woman is insatiable. Okay, a woman is completely insatiable, and we won't even get into some of the sordid details, man. All right, but a woman, she could never get enough. All right, it says to be misery. Okay, vex. Okay, and here's one I want to finish off with: wretchedness. Okay, they talk about a wretched woman. Wretchedness is this the state of being unpleasant or low quality. All right, let's get this in the etymology because that's a term that they widely couple with a fucking woman, man. Wretched fucking woman. Wretched. Yeah, a wretch. A wretch is a stranger in exile, right? A pursuer or one pursued, a banished person in exile. All right, let's see. Ooh, it says, sense of a vile, despicable person. And that's exactly what they become. All right, that's exactly what they become. Very vile. Okay, so a man is gonna fucking to to be on her radar. You're gonna have to be vile. So for the most part out here. Oh yeah, that's why a bitch will say, for the most part, these hoes will say, I don't fuck, I won't fuck with a nigga with fucking tattoos if he doesn't have tattoos, right? All over his fucking body, on his neck and on his fucking face, and behind the ear, right? And shit. Or if he's not a grimy fucking scumbag, a do dirt fucking nigga, all right? Yeah. And that's what's even been circulated, uh, has been one of the most wicked influences, if not the most, tools for um, wickedness to be influenced is what is that fucking social media shit. So they'll circulate that in with each other as a whole, all right, and that's what you have as the norm, and they continue to push this shit, and it continues to spread like the cancer that it is, man, until the Most High fucking take it out. And that's exactly what time we're coming in, and that's what I'm going to end off on, Lord will. Okay. This is in Ecclesiasticus 40. What is this like? Yeah. 42 in the 13th verse, it says, For, it says, I'll start at 12. For behold not everybody's beauty, and sit not in the midst of women. Okay? And this was always broken down when we came into this thing. That there's a term that you'll grow a fucking pussy. You'll grow a box. You'll grow a fucking quaba. Right? That's a term when a man is all fucking and not even effeminized, just when he is around women too much. Okay, association brings on assimilation. That's why even, for example, men with the most women in history, they're not sitting up with them fucking hoes all day like that. All right, you'll lose fucking testosterone even if you're popping them the whole time. And who's doing that, right? You're going to be doing other shit. Like in the kingdom, we're going to have more more women than you can even fucking imagine. Well, say the elect, I mean, the God Bashim al Shai. But what else is going to be there for their at their disposal? All right, to fucking explore the galaxies. All right, to be able to fucking fly and go places where Esau can't go, even in fucking in his highest, most capable technology, and be able to go there and explore and enjoy the resources that the Most High has provide for man's pleasure. Okay, so that's not really a thing that a real fucking man does, man. It's not even in his nature. It perturbs him to do that, to be sitting up with women like that. Of course, it's like, there's a saying as well, if we ain't freaking, we ain't speaking. Meaning, if, right, what really am I gonna have to deal and do with a bitch, but popping her, right? That's really what it is, man. Okay, that's the purpose of a man and woman's union or relationship. That's why they can't be friends, man. All right, that's silly. It said, "For from garments cometh a moth, and women wickedness." Okay, it says, "Better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman, a woman, I say, which bringeth shame and reproach." Okay, so this is telling you the level of wickedness that they're on. It says that's all that is bred from them. That's all that comes from them. It's just, it goes hand in hand, women and wickedness, man. So that's what she's going to do. Her feet are going to be swift to be performing that out in society. And that's what that track is going into. It's heavy. All right. Look at how much, look at how diabolical and how much destruction she's caused by going out, you know, and then pumps and heels, and stilettos and shit, and wherever else. Okay. So even the the wickedness of a man is better than the righteousness of a woman. How does that work? But that's what it is. It's Solomon said, "Of 1,000 have none have I found." Okay, and when you really deal with them, you'll see that it's in their nature. They can't even fucking help it, man. They just default to that shit if they're not under um, the guidelines of a man, of a real man of the Most High, of course. Because if she's under the guidelines of a wicked, grimy fucking slime ball, then she's gonna perform that. Okay, but the track also, in finishing off, it loosely goes into how you've gone. These women have gone out and performed all this fucking wickedness, okay? Now, what are you gonna do to get out of this situation that you got yourself in? All right, whether it is you got kidnapped, whether it is you're getting fucking raped in an alley, whether you get fucking put to death, all right, taken into captivity, fucking sold on the into trafficking, all right. There's a whole bunch of a menagerie of things that can happen, and that does happen to these women when they go out and perform their fucking wickedness, man. All right. It's basically saying that's like it concludes it with, now that you've gone out and done all this wickedness and you got fucking nabbed up, what are you gonna do to get yourself out of the situation, whatever it may be? You have hoes that go out to bars and shit. There's one, for example, I know of a specific occurrence. This little 22-year-old hoe going out to the bars, getting fucking drunk out of her mind, and then getting 86 from all these fucking locations, and then going to this one spot drunk out of your mind off of a fucking like a 30 staircase of this two-story bar, and you fucking uh, lose your bearings and fall from the top stair all the way down. Okay, how are you gonna deliver yourself from these situations that you find in yourself in as a result and as consequences of the wickedness that you've done? How are you going to deliver yourself, basically? All right? And you're not, okay? We're coming into a time of great judgment unto these fucking women, man. The vintage shall fail, man. Let's jump into Isaiah, the 32nd chapter, the ninth verse. It says, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Ye be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins." You see? So we're coming into the time of the great humbling of these fucking women, man. They have been one of the most destructive components, if not the top, of society, okay? Of us as a nation, and of even of the other nations as well, okay? Everything's fucked off from this. It does talk about, of course, through her we all die. This is going back to fucking Eve, all right? So pretty much, if you want to say it like this, she's like um the top matriarch, or no, there's no such thing as a matriarch or woman ruler, but she's like the top uh woman of women, of womandom. All right, of womanhood, so to speak. All right, because she was that top fucking woman who rebelled against the Most High. All right, and fucking she was the one who got down with goddamn Satan. All right, so they're all these women are like fucking products of that, man. All right, so they're this time of humbling, and you can see it so fucking clear. That's why they're built up. They're built up so high, they think they're a fucking man now. They think that they have the power and authority that a man has by nature. All right? They think that belongs to them. And we can see how and why. Because the bigger thing something gets built up, the harder that thing is gonna fall. All right. So hey, get empowered as much as you can, because the great time of humbling is coming, man. All right. So with that, all honor, praise, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Shimra Kakadash.